Hello and welcome back to another one of our guides here for FS25. In this one we're going to be taking a look at the Spinnery. Hopefully by the end of the video you'll know how to place the production if it's not on the map already, what it needs to get the production going, and what it produces. So let's jump off and take a look in here. So in the productions menu, if it's on the map already, it's going to be in this available section here as the sawmill is. If you already own it, or have placed it on the map, it will show in the own section here. As you can see, the Spinnery is there. If it's not in the map, we need to head over to the store and go down to the bottom there with the 3 bars for others, and in the middle menu for construction. Then on the left hand side, it's the second one from the top, it's factories, and if we scroll down through there we can find the Spinnery there. There is this option we're going to look at, so the figures we give you is for this one, it's $180,000, and there is a smaller one. If we remember where it is, I know it's in one of these, there we go, Spinnery. So $36,000 for the little version, enough to get you going. However, it does produce, or it needs 10 times less materials per month in, and it will give you 10 times less of the fabric on the way out every month. So just bear that in mind. Although it's not quite a tenth of the cost, or nowhere near a tenth of the cost, it is 10 times slower in producing everything. So $36,000 for the one that's 10 times slower, or back up here for the $180,000 for the full size one we're going to be taking a look at. So let's jump in here. We've got cotton and wool is our 2 inputs, and it produces fabric from them. So going by here, we need 9 litres of cotton. That'll make 3 litres of fabric. That is one cycle, and that's going to happen 2,400 times a month for a cost of $120. So looking at that, we need 21,600 litres of cotton per month to keep this running at full speed. That's going to produce 7,200 litres of fabric. And fabric at the best price, we've got $15,480 per 1,000 litres. And if you sold it all at the best price, this is an easy mode, so the figures per 1,000 litres there, 15,480, will drop significantly depending on the mode you are in, whether it's medium or hard mode. But this is the 3rd best price we have found, and it's $111,456. So there's a phenomenal profit to be made out of selling the fabric directly without placing it into another production. This is another one of these that you can use the distributing feature. If we show you here, it's in storing already, so it will keep it at the production until it reaches 50,000 litres, then it will stop. If you don't stop it, it will keep running and charge you the monthly cost of $120, so just bear that in mind. Keep an eye on the outgoing products as well as what's going into it as well. But if we change it to distributing, it's going to move it to the tailor shop, which as you can see requires fabric to make clothes. But on the wool section here, we need 3 litres of wool, and it's going to make 1 litre of fabric. That is one cycle, and it's going to happen 1,440 times a month for a cost of $120. So when we work that out, you're going to need 4,320 litres of wool per month to keep it running, and it's going to produce 1,440 litres of fabric per month. The fabric best price is $15,480, so you're looking at around $21,672 profit per month. As with the other ones, if you fill this up with 50,000 litres worth of fabric and don't move it, and you don't stop the production, it will keep running, it won't produce anything, but it will cost you that monthly cost. Same as if you have not enough incoming materials, whether or not you have plenty of space here in the outgoing, if you don't stop it and it runs out, like just now, if we activate this, it will say here running, it'll change to materials missing, there we go, and an exclamation mark here. So there's obviously something wrong, take a look. It tells you what's happening there, and you can see there's nothing there. At the moment, it is still charging me that monthly cost, but it's not producing anything because we have run out of the incoming materials. So just bear that in mind, keep an eye on what you've got. Difference with this, with some of the other productions is, you can distribute this, as we mentioned earlier, to the tailor shop as another production. The tailor shop is what we've worked out as one of the best prices from productions that we can find. However, it does eat away at the fabric, although it is more profitable, but we're going to look at that in another video. But from some of the other tests we've done, we found that selling the fabric that's made from cotton, because that's the best ratio you've got and the amount you get per month. If you use cotton to make the fabric, it's better to sell the fabric from cotton production. before putting it into the tailor shop. So that's how you can make good money. Miss out the tailor shop and use cotton through the spinnery. But this is it in its raw form. Here we've got a pallet of wool from the sheep there and a big bale of cotton, 20,000 litres for one of them. They do come in different options. You have the round bale at 10,000 litres from the John Deere, and this would be from the Case Harvester. This is the 20,000 litre bale. And both of them will produce this, which is the fabric, and it is 1,000 litres per pallet. So again, like the other productions, you will need that to get the full 1,000 litres before the pallet will spawn. Taking a quick look around here, we have this little black and yellow hatched area. This is where the pallets will spawn when they've been made. And put the materials in. We're just going to grab this big cotton bale and throw it into there. Although it isn't taking it, I don't know why. There we go. It wasn't in the right place. So if we jump back in here, we're going to see now we've got 20,000 litres of cotton. Whoa, we've gained 66 litres. So 20,000 and 66 litres, that number probably will vary. There's maybe just a slight anomaly with the decimal places there. But 20,000 litre bale, that's it in now. You can start the production. If you have several of these running and they're identical and you're not sure which one needs to be topped up, you can run up to it here. And there should be a little menu comes up. It might be in the outgoing side. Nope. Oh, that's one of the ones that don't show a little menu. Well, that's handy. If you stand outside the spanner here and press R, it will show you exactly which production you are standing outside, so you can choose which one to put the materials into or move products out of the way, because obviously it says here 50,000 litres, which equates to 50 pallets. Now, I don't think 50 pallets is going to fit in here, so if there's going to be maybe 4 or 6 pallets in there spawned, and there's no more, but it is still storing it, you need to know which one you need to move the pallets out of to keep the production running. I think we've covered everything there with the spinnery. There's not too much to speak about. It's just the wool and cotton in and fabric out. We've went over the amount you can get. Obviously the best price we've found is putting cotton in and getting $111,456 worth of profit per month. If you were to hold all of that pallets of fabric until the best sell time, that's what you would make, 111,000 per month. That's what it equates down to. So a fantastic option there, not very expensive as well, 180,000 for the spinnery, but you could make that back within the first month if you had it timed it right and made it at the best time. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to keep updated with all the videos we post in future. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.